Hello my fellow VSGers, this is Joe Saint, along with my sidekick, Frankensleeve, coming at you with another 5-minute review. And this 5-minute review is over the Omron HJ-112 Pocket Pedometer. And let me hold him up here to the camera so you can get a good look at him. That's the little pedometer. It does have a very nice, it seems like water resistant case because I have walked with it in the rain. It's held up very well. And it comes along with a separate belt clip. So this little pedometer you can either attach it with a lanyard that comes with it, or you can clip this to your belt loop and slip the little pedometer in and out easily. Now, this little pedometer has quite a few functions on it. You can walk with this and it will track your steps whether you have the little pedometer vertically or horizontally. This little pedometer has several features in it that I really like. It will track not only your total steps for the day, but it will track your aerobic steps for the day as well. It has a feature so that if you walk more than 10 minutes continuously, it will start counting those as aerobic steps. In addition to keeping track of your normal steps and your aerobic steps, it also keeps track of the time, the distance, the total calories burned, and the fat grams burned. And it also keeps track of up to 7 days of information, so you can go back through the memory and check out how you progressed over the week. So if I can hold this thing up properly, I would like to show you the different settings. For example, that is my total steps for the day. And this is my total aerobic steps for the day. It was raining today, so when I went to the park I didn't get my full hour of walking in. This is, what was that? That is the total kilocalories burned for the day and 11.7 grams of fat burned. And this last thing is total mileage for the day, 1.71 miles for this afternoon. And you can see at the bottom it has the time, 8:24. And this thing will reset itself at midnight and start your steps over again. Now the one feature about it that I wish it did have is that you cannot reset the total steps you've taken for the day. So for example, if I have 1,000 non-aerobic steps for the day so far and then I go for my afternoon walk, I cannot reset those steps to 0. Also, I wish that I could reset the mileage on here. Like this one for today says 1.71 miles. When I go out to do my aerobic workout for the afternoon, I wish there was a feature that either had a separate mileage or that I could reset the miles, because I can only see how many steps I've taken aerobically. I can't convert that, or the pedometer will not convert that to the miles. But the other features about it that I do like is that you can put your weight in and it will adjust the calories burned based on your weight. And I do like the way the little pedometer snaps in and out of the belt clip. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to get it snapped in there because it does stick out a little bit from my pants, and my shirt will sometimes get tucked up under the edges where this thing snaps into place. So it can be tricky sometimes to get it snapped into place. But I do like it because I can feel it on my hip all the time. When I put my seatbelt on, I can feel it move. And if it does move at all because I've snagged my shirt on something or I brushed up against it, I can tell immediately. My previous pedometer was much thinner and it hugged my hip much closer. And one day I left from my parents' house, and when I come back that evening, my little pedometer was gone. And I can definitely feel this one when it moves around, so I like that fact. It comes in handy. I believe I paid about $21 for this little pedometer on Amazon.com, and I have not regretted the purchase once. The batteries have lasted me a few months now. It shows no signs of dying out. Some people record that their batteries last as long as 16 months. And with over 1,000 positive reviews, I felt like it was a pretty safe buy when I got it. Now for someone who wants a much more accurate pedometer, this may or may not be as accurate as you would like it to be, because you do have to manually input your steps in inches so it can measure your stride. So when I was measuring my stride, what I did was I tried to pick a point and walk my normal speed and walk 10 steps past my picked point, and I went back with a tape measure and measured it. Then I divided the number of steps I've made into that measurement, and then I had to multiply it by 12 to get the inches. And I figured out that my stride was about 25 or 26 inches on average. And on a daily basis, my little pedometer showed my walk in the park was like 1.95 miles. Now a buddy of mine went out and bought one of the GPS-based pedometers. He prefers to be a little bit more accurate, and he likes to improve upon his time even by a second or two. He really gets into it pretty deep when he starts doing his power walking. And when we compared these side by side, his GPS-based pedometer says the accuracy is within 3 feet. So his pedometer was showing the total distance walked was about 2.05 miles, while mine was showing 1.95. And when I got home and adjusted the distance in inches compared to what I had, my original setting was 25 inches per step. According to his GPS, I was taking 29 inches per step. So I was actually undercounting the mileage I was walking every day, which was fine by me. I would rather do more than I think I'm doing rather than do less than I think I'm doing. So it's just kind of it's like the bonus fries at the bottom of the McDonald's bag. You know, those fries you find after you ate the main French fries and then you ate the hamburger and you reach in the bag and you're like, oh, bonus fries. And that's how I felt about the walking, knowing that I was actually walking further than I thought I was walking. So that was just an extra added benefit. But I did adjust my pedometer up to 29 inches, so we're much more in sync, and we seem to be keeping the same distance. We walk almost step for step the same path every day, and every day he's still registering like 2.05, 2.06, and my little pedometer's measuring up right there with him at like 2.3, 2.04. So I know that the little pedometer is being accurate every day. So it is accurate based on what you put in it, but getting the stride inches just right to measure how far you're actually moving can be tricky, especially if you're like me, where you can start off the first mile pretty strong, but occasionally the exhaustion kicks in or the pain in my feet kicks in and I start taking much shorter steps. But for being the basic little pedometer it does very well, and it gets the Frankensleeve seal of approval. I really like my little Omron pedometer. It's done me good. I'm glad I bought it. So this is Joe Saint and Frankensleeve signing off from VSG Land. And keep pimping that sleeve.